play the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
I ain't getting better, nigga. I've been the greatest, nigga. You crazy. You trying to see you get better. Nigga, I've been, nigga, you get better. I've been great, man. I don't get better. I get greater. Feel me? Get greater over here. We don't get better. See what's going on, man. You got these boys out here, man. Let the boys go to see I'm maxed out, man. These boys ain't messing with this thing, man.
Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well, watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is
much stars, man. Really not two. I got about like 10 of them, boy. You see all these different much stars, boy. Man, I'm finna max my boys out though. Don't worry about it. My boy straight here finna be max. All I need is the max card for him to go with. Then I'm finna max out 10 around. You know, I'm finna max all these boys out. Everybody finna be maxed out. And my boy Baker been holding up. That's what I said. I ain't throwing away my boy Baker. Baker been putting it down for me. Yeah, man. Smash some boys.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Anyway.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mayfield off the play fake.
What?
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. First down, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield looks to throw. Caught right side, Tate.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 3rd down, Mayfield gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catching.
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. We're scoreless after 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the hometown guys with the football here to begin this second quarter of play, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, and Baker Mayfield gives way to his teammate in Oklahoma, kicker Austin Seibert. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who can gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hatchet.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he's going to take it for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7.
Oh, what I say?
Football. And it's the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26.
Yeah, this on live, y'all. This on YouTube. This live right here.
In the course of a game, you talk about momentum plays, and I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on.
Ain't no circus out here. You gotta run that ball like a man.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's just a one-game series. I ain't serious for no hour. I'm going to break him up.
Now on second down, this is good. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
You know, they can know what I did.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Whatever year.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Lutz puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken short.
Oh, he fumbled again. Oh, my God.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy feeling a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Security eluded him. Now Gurley, handoff left. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Have my boy, you feel me? Heard of that boy Gurley? Yeah, man, he's one of my best.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You feel me? Watch this. You couldn't try to take this to the house, man. I know he blitzed. I know he already know what I'm going to do.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you're on the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Right there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Hold on, he learned his lesson.
So we've hit intermission. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
I know how you like us to.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short.
Come on. Oh, hold on, he's trying to run it back. Ooh.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. While no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Maybe not. Oh, maybe he is.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 35.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Everybody do that. Everybody block. Oh my God.
He nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Check 9. Alert, 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 alert.
Gurley again here. First down. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're trying to fuck my game over.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's touch down. You go. Let's Gurley. Let's Gurley. Let's Gurley. Let's go. Look at that boy. Let's Gurley. You go.
40 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They trying to cheat, bro.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
They don't like me.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's caught right at the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll run forward to Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They try right side here, Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another carry this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he's got his man on the out route. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Here we go.
Mayfield on play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Fuck, man. Let that nigga go, man.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry!
Now a handoff for Gurley. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hurry!
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Good. 180. 54. Regular. Hey, let's go. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 54 is Mike.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go. We ain't giving up nothing to take. Watch 36.
Here's Gurley. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did. Showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness. It's the moxie that he exhibits. And his teammates just feed off of it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Gotta catch this little play, dog. Catch this little highlight how I did, buddy. That touchdown there, man. I can't watch that highlight. My hair go right here. I got this shit right here. Sling that bitch. Oh my God. Look at that. Oh my God. Lovely. Lovely. I'm talking about I was finna get my ass set. I was finna hit my shit hood. Let that bitch go. That's how I was supposed to do this last play, but he smacked my shit. Hold up, where my Ty Gurley play at? Where my Ty Gurley DT was in here. Hold up. gut. All the way to the crib. Turn to the crib, man. It was I'm going up all that open. I'm going up all that open. You see that's Ty. Look at him hold his fucking knees. He ready. I'm calling for Buddy. See how I faked him out right there? I said, hey, you come here. Psych. Take it up, Gurley. Gurley leaving everybody. Look at him. He chasing me and shit. You ass. Man. Whole team coming from the left. You hear me? I mean the right, not the left, the right. Took off on Buddy. Gurley, get the fuck up out of there. Yeah, I cooked Buddy though, man. Yeah, shit, man. Until next time, you with the serious shit. No cap. Oh, shit.
Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, passing the $1,000. That ain't no passing the $1,000.
Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league.
I'm out this joint, man.